Wait, what in the love and hip-hop meets Grey's Anatomy kind of madness just went down? A full-on brawl? In the delivery room? Yep, you heard it right. Not a baby shower, not a reunion show, not even backstage at a cypher. Remy Ma and Claressa Shields got into a fight while someone was literally giving birth. And the nurse? She tried to intervene and immediately wished she hadn't. How did things go from bassinets to bruises in under a minute? Who threw the first punch? And more importantly, whose baby was being delivered during this chaos? Because yes, that's part of the madness too. Insiders are calling it the most outrageous incident in hospital history. A nurse reportedly shouted, "This ain't what I signed up for," as Remy ripped off her gloves and charged. And Claressa? She didn't come to play. Was it a messy love triangle, a botched paternity test, or just Remy losing control again? Buckle in, because what we're about to break down might be the most insane celebrity delivery room story ever. Grab your snacks, hide your scrubs. This drama just birthed an entirely new level of wild. It began with a scream, but not the type you associate with labor. Not the kind filled with contractions and deep breathing. Nope. This scream came from a nurse, and it had nothing to do with a baby. It was because two grown women started swinging fists beside a fetal monitor. Remy Ma stormed into that hospital like she owned the building. Dark shades, luxury bag, and a presence so cold it chilled the room. Claressa Shields was already deep into labor when Remy arrived, and somehow, no one stopped her. Maybe they were intimidated, maybe they were curious, or maybe they sensed trouble was about to erupt. The second Remy stepped in, everything shifted. You could feel the tension crawling across the floor. Nurses froze. Papooses' face? Expressionless, like he mentally checked out as soon as she entered. Remy didn't greet anyone, didn't ask about the baby. She stared at Claressa, sweaty, breathing heavy, completely vulnerable, and said loud enough to spike the monitor, "Let's see if this baby got my man's features." Now hold up, just pause. You're giving birth, you're pushing, contractions are hitting hard, and your man's wife shows up talking DNA? Claressa was already stretched thin, but this was the breaking point. She didn't turn her head, just gritted her teeth and muttered, "Get her out." Remy didn't back off. She stepped closer, slow, like a villain in a thriller, then leaned in and whispered something into Claressa's ear. Nobody knows exactly what was said, but whatever it was, it must have been brutal, because what happened next set off full-blown chaos. Claressa, who had been munching ice chips and discussing baby names hours earlier, threw a punch mid-labor, aiming straight for Remy's face. A serious, full-strength hit, while still in labor. But here's the kicker. Remy dodged it. Not just dodged. She dipped, swerved, and countered with a pillow swing so strong the seams split. Feathers flew like a blizzard of regret. And where was Papoose, the supposed link between these two? Standing still like a second-rate wax statue. No movement, no reaction. Just staring as his longtime partner and the mother of his child went WWE in a delivery room while a nurse tried to avoid flying IV bags. One of the nurses, let's call her Tasha since she's reportedly now on leave, hit the emergency button and yelled, "This ain't in my job description." But by then, it was too late. The fight was in full swing. Hair got yanked. The monitor hit the floor. A tray of sanitized tools crashed like cymbals at a pep rally. And Claressa, between contractions and swings, shouted about betrayal, money, and who actually bought the crib. Remy wasn't backing down either. She shouted about being disrespected, deceived, and not being anyone's backup role. And in the middle of it all, that poor nurse, trying to break up two powerhouse women who could both lift her with one arm. Now here's what really blew the internet's mind. There's video footage. Somehow, some way, the hospital security camera caught every second in crystal clear 4K. And who leaked it? According to an anonymous Reddit user going by Dr. Tattedup96, it wasn't hospital staff, it was the hospital DJ. Yep, you read that correctly. The hospital DJ. Apparently, a Twitch live stream was still running in the corner of the room. The DJ was supposed to be playing calming lullabies. Instead, the world got an uncut real-time version of Remy Ma vs. Claressa, Labor Lockdown Edition. The moment that video hit social media, it all exploded. The Shade Room shared it in seconds, then Lipstick Alley. Then Twitter, where the hashtags went wild. Das Labor Room Rumble, das Remy Vias Claressa, off Papu's pick aside, off nurse needs therapy. And let's talk about the reactions. One user posted, "I just watched a woman give birth and fight at the same time. God is still making warriors." Another added, "Papoose really just stood there like he was buffering." Someone even edited the brawl into a Mortal Kombat scene with health bars and the caption, "Finish her." But beneath the memes and jokes was a bigger, deeper question that everyone wanted answered. Why did Remy really show up? This wasn't a surprise visit. It wasn't about closure, love, or even the baby. Some believe Remy learned something just before the birth. Something big. Maybe a DNA result. Maybe a text from Papoose. Maybe even an old video that confirmed everything she feared. Whatever it was, she didn't come to chat. She came to settle scores. And just when you think this can't get crazier, the video was only 17 seconds long, but it broke the internet in two. The moment that feather-filled chaos from Claressa's delivery room hit the web, it didn't matter who was right or wrong. It was already viral history. Let's break it down, frame by frame. The leaked video starts with Remy Ma standing over Claressa's bed like she's about to deliver legal papers, not visit a newborn. Her expression? Cold. No warmth, no empathy. Just straight-up battle mode. Claressa, panting, sweating, holding her belly with one hand and gripping the hospital railing with the other, looks up like she's about to say something profound. But nope, she just throws a punch. That's where the video freezes mid-swing. You hear it? Someone in the room gasps, and another voice yells, "Oh no, she didn't?" That someone? It sounded a lot like DJ Tone808, who was supposed to be playing calming rain sounds but caught a UFC promo live. And just like that, the internet exploded. From beauty influencers to battle rappers to aunties on Facebook, everyone had something to say. The memes didn't stop, but neither did the speculations. One alleged hospital insider tweeted, "Y'all don't even know half of what went down. That wasn't a fight, that was revenge." Remy found something right before she walked in. Another post showed a supposed screenshot of a DNA test labeled Shields Claressa, with the alleged father's name redacted. But the timestamp? The same morning as the delivery. Now let's be real. Does that confirm anything? But has that stopped the internet from running with it? Absolutely not. Suddenly, the whole story changed. What began as a messy brawl in a hospital room turned into a full investigation. People were analyzing background audio, trying to lip-read Remy's whisper to Claressa, and speculating on whether Remy hacked the hospital system to get access to records. Of course, that part is probably made up. But in this story, the rumors spread faster than the truth. Here's where it gets even wilder. An audio clip appeared on a gossip site 12 hours after the fight. A muffled recording, supposedly taken right before the chaos began. In the audio, you hear three distinct voices: Claressa, Remy, and what fans swear is Papoose. Claressa's voice, "I told you I didn't plan for this. I didn't mean for it to escalate this way." Then Remy, "Don't play me. You were never just a friend. You had a whole backstory behind my back." Then silence, until a male voice, probably Pap, mutters, "Let's just focus on the baby." Focus on the baby? Brother. You had months to focus on the baby. And here's the part that has fans flipping out. Remy's next line. "You better pray that baby doesn't look like you." That line. That's what set the comment sections ablaze. People are saying she already knew, that she had the test, that she saw something before walking in. And if that wasn't shocking enough, a former nurse from that hospital allegedly DM'd a blogger claiming Claressa listed Papoose Mackey on her admittance form as support person. Not family, not friend. Support person. Now whether that's hospital policy or just petty, up for debate. But the drama, undeniable. And Papoose? Man, this is the biggest loss he's taken since he wrote loyalty in Sharpie across his hat and got cheated on 5 seasons later. Fans are roasting him like a Thanksgiving turkey with no gravy. One tweet went viral with the caption, "Papoose in the corner like, which one do I hand the baby to?" Another, "Remy Ma fought for her man while Claressa fought with her man. Meanwhile, the baby just trying to be born in peace." And can we talk about the hospital staff for a second? That poor nurse Tasha, the one who tried to break it up. She's now a full-blown TikTok star. She posted a storytime video in scrubs the next day, sipping tea and mouthing, "Y'all ain't even ready," to a Nicki Minaj beat. And the doctor? He went radio silent. Rumor has it he requested a transfer and now only delivers cats and small dogs at a local animal hospital. Man said, "I didn't sign up for Love and Hip Hop, maternity ward." But even through all the memes, chaos, and drama, there's one question nobody can ignore. What happens next? Because while Remy Ma might have thrown the first pillow and Claressa might have thrown the first punch, the world is watching for the next move. And right now, that spotlight's on Papoose, who still hasn't said a word publicly since the delivery room disaster. No IG post, no tweet, not even a passive-aggressive story with vague Drake lyrics. Just silence. And honestly, that silence speaks louder than the fight itself. Fans are calling for a statement. Claressa's camp is reportedly lawyering up, and Remy's PR team has allegedly gone on full lockdown. Meanwhile, the hospital is said to be reviewing security protocols and potentially pressing charges for disruption of care, something you rarely hear about, but could totally happen when a public brawl erupts next to a birthing bed. And if you thought that's where the madness ends, think again. The silence didn't last long. Papoose is now under fire from every angle. And it's not just social media or fans. Nope, the heat's coming from Claressa's camp and from Remy's side too. Both sides are now publicly questioning whether he's as innocent as he's pretending to be. People are asking the tough questions. Was Papoose really just the support person? Did he know about Claressa's pregnancy before Remy found out? Was he playing both sides this whole time? And the big bombshell? The public's now wondering if Papoose was even the biological father of Claressa's baby. You think it's dramatic now? Hold on tight because it's only going to get wilder. Behind the scenes, we're hearing from a supposed anonymous source at the hospital who claims Papoose spent the entire labor in a private room with his phone. Not by Claressa's side? Not holding her hand? Instead, the source claims Papoose was in a room, making calls to some important people. What kind of calls? Well, that's where it gets unclear. A conspiracy theorist might say he was calling to secure his next big project, while others speculate he was negotiating a deal for a reality show based on this very drama. Let's be real. In today's world of fake news, anything's possible. And here's the kicker. The rumors surrounding this aren't just entertainment gossip. Legal teams are now involved. Claressa's camp, after all this, is investigating potential parental rights. They're looking into DNA testing. They're gathering evidence. They're not just playing the victim. They're preparing for a full-on custody battle. And don't even get me started on Remy Ma. She's been nowhere to be found for days. Total radio silence on her socials. Not a word on Twitter. Not even a cryptic post to keep followers guessing. But one thing's for sure, she's planning something. Her legal team is reportedly working overtime to ensure that Papoose's baby doesn't claim her throne. Because let's be real, this isn't just family drama. This is a battle for her reputation. For someone like Remy, who's spent years building her empire, this scandal could tear everything down. She might be smiling in public, but privately, she's plotting to make sure Papoose doesn't pull a fast one and walk away with the crown. And maybe more than just a baby. We're also hearing that an investigation into the hospital's role in this mess is underway. From the leaked footage to the chaotic delivery room incident, the hospital is reportedly facing lawsuits from both sides. The security breach, the unprofessional behavior, and the inability to stop a brawl during a life-threatening delivery have made them a prime target for investigation. And don't forget the hospital staff. The nurse who tried to intervene, she's been suspended indefinitely. But don't feel too bad for her just yet. Word is, she's now looking to cash in by writing a tell-all book. Now let's talk about the media storm that followed. As soon as that leaked footage hit, it didn't just go viral, it exploded. Everyone and their grandma had something to say. Was it a publicity stunt? Did Papoose know about the baby? Was this all a scheme by Claressa to get back at Remy? It wasn't only mainstream outlets that were buzzing. YouTubers, bloggers, and Instagram influencers went all out. Remy Ma faced harsh criticism in numerous viral videos, with commentary channels turning the delivery room brawl into detailed documentaries. And who's emerging as the true star of this saga? Claressa Shields. She's largely kept quiet, letting the world speculate while she stays removed from the chaos. But the whispers are growing. Claressa may have been playing the long game all along, Remy Ma and Papoose have always been portrayed as the perfect family, the unbreakable unit. But behind the scenes, who knows what secrets were simmering? If the rumors hold any truth, Claressa has been preparing for this moment, watching as Papoose and Remy's relationship slowly unraveled. Now, she's poised to come out on top, with a baby, public sympathy, and maybe even a career boost. Meanwhile, Papoose's career is hanging by a thread. The backlash has been brutal. This entire saga has cast him as the weak link, the man who couldn't choose a side in his own marriage. Fans have criticized his silence throughout the mess, accusing him of being the puppet master behind the scenes. But no one's buying that story anymore. Everyone's starting to ask, is he really the father? Or did he get caught up in a scandal that wrecked his life? And here's the twist you didn't expect. Claressa is making moves. Reports say she's in talks with major entertainment networks for an exclusive interview about the entire drama. Imagine it, a sit-down with Claressa Shields, explaining how she went from boxing champion to real-life soap opera star. Talk about a career shift. So where does that leave Remy and Papoose? Will they make it out of this unscathed? Is this the end of their marriage, or is reconciliation still possible? And what happens to the baby? Will it become a symbol of peace between them, or the ultimate leverage in a custody battle? The drama is just beginning, and the world is watching. One thing's clear, this battle won't end quietly. Buckle up, because the fallout from this scandal is going to shape their futures, and we'll be here with every shocking update. Now, we leave it to you, the viewers. What's really happening between Remy, Papoose, and Claressa? Who do you think is most responsible for this mess? Will Papoose and Remy survive this, or is it the end of an era? Hit the comments, like, subscribe. Stay tuned, because we'll keep dropping exclusive updates that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This drama is far from over, and you won't want to miss a single twist. What do you think about this insane scandal? Was Remy Ma justified in walking into that delivery room? Or did Claressa have every right to defend herself? Let us know in the comments. Is Papoose really pulling the strings in this whole mess? Or has he been caught in the middle of a fight he never asked for? And what about the baby? Will it be the thing that brings peace? Or will it become a weapon in a custody battle that could tear their lives apart? If you're as hooked as we are, hit that like button, because we know you're dying for more updates on this ongoing drama. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a jaw-dropping twist. And don't forget to share this with your friends. They'll want to be in the loop as this storm continues to rage. We'll be back with more leaks, shocking revelations, and all the messy drama you love. Keep it locked to Pop Culture Tea, where the truth may not be pretty, but it's always entertaining. Stay tuned because the fight isn't over yet, and we're just getting started.